joining us today for our webinar, From Calls to Conversions, How AI Voice Agents Drive Revenue, Support, and Automation. My name is Marty Pisciotti. I'll be your moderator for today's session. We are so excited to have you with us as we explore how AI-powered voice agents are helping organizations transform customer engagement, automate conversations at scale, and drive measurable business outcomes. Before we begin, just a quick note. If you have any questions during this session, please just drop them in the chat at any time. We'll address as many as possible during our live Q&A at the end. Now, before we go deeper into today's discussion, let me quickly introduce Successive Digital and the ecosystem we bring to enterprise transformation. On this slide, you'll see Successive Digital is an AI native platform engineering partner. Our focus is to help enterprises move away from fragmented systems and build unified, intelligent, and scalable digital platforms. We work across the full technology lifecycle, from platform strategy and consulting to AI product engineering, data and analytics, customer experience, commerce, cloud, FinOps, and platform operations. What makes our approach different is that our delivery is powered by Kagan.ai ADD, our agentic-driven delivery model. This helps us bring more governance, predictability, automation, and speed in enterprise delivery. In simple terms, we combine strong engineering execution with AI-powered delivery intelligence. Over the last 14 or more years, we've had served clients across more than 10 industries. We worked with 150 customers and built a strong team of over 600 engineering experts. We also have more than 1,000 specialized AI agents supporting different delivery and operational workflows. Our work is backed by over 25 partnerships and has contributed to more than $1 billion in implementation revenues across client engagements. We also bring a global operating model. We have presence across the USA, Canada, Japan, the United Kingdom, South Africa, the UAE, and India. This gives us the ability to support clients across regions, time zones, and business environments. From an industry standpoint, we serve sectors such as media and advertising, banking and insurance, retail and commerce, healthcare, manufacturing, telecom, cybersecurity, agri-tech, maritime, travel and hospitality, and education technology. Now, this next slide shows the broader Kagan Enterprise AI Suite built using Kagan ADD. Each product is modular and production ready, designed to solve a specific enterprise AI challenge. You'll see solutions across voice, knowledge intelligence, document intelligence, visual content, security, chat, hiring, and intelligent matching. The key point here is that enterprises can start with one product and expand over time. For today's webinar, we'll focus specifically on Kagan Voice, our AI calling agent for real-time, human-like voice conversations, workflow execution, and seamless human handoff. And also joining us is Naman Gupta, Manager of Technology, Retail and Commerce at Successive Digital, who works closely with organizations to drive digital transformation and deliver innovative customer experience solutions powered by emerging technologies. And most importantly, I want to hand it over to my partner, Naman.
Thank you, Marty. Thanks for the introduction and giving us the brief about what Successive is, where we are sitting now, and where we have been through the overall journey. It seems interesting. Now, as Martin mentioned, today we are going to talk about Kagan Voice, AI-powered Kagan voice agents that are supporting multiple industries to solve the voice problems. To continue with that, we started this journey with three major questions: why we need the voice agents, what those voice agents are going to do, what the problem these voice agents are going to solve, and how actually we will be able to achieve that and solve the actual business problems. To start with, I will take a question as why and will take you through it. To start with, we have seen the voice channels are broken. And when we say voice channels are broken, there are reasons behind it. The reasons behind the broken voice channels are basically these. When we say that voice channels are not performing as per their actual capability that they need to perform, the reasons are that 68% of calls got unanswered or reaches the voicemail. The average hold time for the customer is 4.3 minutes before they abandon the call or they actually reach the customer support agent. There is a three times more churn with a single bad call, the experience the customer is having. And all these factors are giving a dent into the revenue, which is till date is approximately $1.6 trillion has been lost just because of the poor customer experience. Now, businesses knows that voice is critical, but they are also facing some challenges like there is lack the scale, speed and intelligence to make it work. Now, moving ahead, why these use cases are needed and what all industries are there which can fit the voice use cases. So it is not limited to any of the single industry, it is spread all towards all the industries that we have, like healthcare, commerce and retail, banking and financial services, real estate, hospitality, telecom and all. And each industry comes up with their different use cases, like for healthcare, appointment bookings, follow-ups, emergency support. Lot of cases are there. For commerce, abandoned cart is the primary use case, which can be having a direct dent on the revenue. There are loyalty programs. There are different use cases around it. Similarly, in all the industries, there are a lot of use cases which can be covered with the voice agents. Now, with this, the whole data is backed up with a research and a market analysis that we have done, and we found that if this voice channel is solved, the broken voice problem is resolved, the results that we have seen out of it are on the screen right now, which you can see. There is 4.2 times uptick in a cart recovery rate in comparison of when the customers are reached using email only. Average order value has recovered per call is also very good. As you can see, it's 850 rupees right now. Now, if we talk about the banking and NBFCs, there is a 31% reduction in overdue EMI buckets. In healthcare, there is a 67% reduction in no shows post AI reminders, which actually helped the customer as well as the hospitals and the medical services and the medical facilities that we are having. In hospitality, there is a 18% uptick in the cancellation prevention because it gives customer a timely response, it gives customer a timely guidance that they are requiring. Similarly, there are other use cases too. With this, I would like to tell you guys a small tale of a customer who came to us with the similar kind of a broken use case. They have raised like they are having 200,000 plus monthly visitors on their brand, but they are losing more than 4 CR every month to abandoned carts and unanswered leads. The reason with these all, what we are able to find is like sales teams get overwhelmed with the leads that they are getting. They have been pushed that they need to get every lead contacted within an hour, but on ground, only 30% of the leads are called back within an hour. The cart abandonment spike is 62%. These are connected, like cart customer has added a product in cart and they tried calling the sales team, but the calls are not being attended because of the rate. The carts are getting abandoned. More the cart abandonment, more the work we are having to the sales team, and the missing timing window is again related to the same. So all these things spiked up, and we found like all things are related to the broken voice system. Now, the problem statement, as we discussed, the VP sales from the D2C brand says like, as per the inputs that they are having, they need to make every call within 5 minutes, that to 24/7, which is humanly impossible. Now, they have tried several existing alternatives as well, which is like they have human agents, which is called working 24/7 in different shifts, but fatigue reduces the quality after 4 hours or so. They have tried setting up the call centers as well, but call centers are having high cost, high attrition. They have tried the SMS and email follow-ups as well, but the open rate is way lower. And they have tried the chat text bots, but the intent of interaction is very low. To solve all these, we came up with the AI voice agent. And what the target that we have taken to us is like, we need to make a call in less than 2 minutes. There is a personalized script per customer, which is giving a customer a touch that they have been heard about and they have been concerned about. Similarly, what making all these steps, we have seen that there is a cart revenue uptake of 1.2 cr in just first 30 days without having any additional headcount to be there. The agent is customized as per the need, the agent is guided as per the need, and everything has resulted in. With all these, what we came to hear from the brand is like, now we convert while we sleep. This is from their head of growth. Also, from their D2C fashion brand CTO, they have given us a data that their revenue rate or a recovery rate went up from 4% to 18% in just 6 weeks. With this, we says like it's a win-win situation for all. Kagan voice not just do a call and tries to convert it. It works on a simple use case or a simple thought that it transforms every missed call into a captured opportunity and every conversation into a data set. Saying this, now I would be more interested in talking you about what, which I talked in the starting. We know why these voice agents are required. Now, what is the voice agent actually is and how it is working? Let's talk about the Kagan Voice platform a bit in this particular scenario. So, the Kagan Voice platform is a knowledge driven autonomous voice, contextual, conversational, and always on. We have kept 6 pillars on which the platform is designed. One is omni-channel for outbound. For all outbound calls, you can get it done through the platform. Intelligent inbound handling, like if a customer is calling inbound, how intelligent the system itself is so that it can handle all the things. It's dynamic, it's IVR free, so it's conversational and it always feels real. It is having a multilingual voice AI in which it can be deflected or it can be transformed into the regional voices like Japanese, Dutch, Korean, British English, US English, and all. Then it is also having the integrations with the CRM and the platform integrations to get the data capture so that the AI is training himself for the further calls too. Also, there are proper guardrails, compliance, and call governance rules in itself, which are configurable so that no one is going to have a call with a bad experience. Also, for businesses, it gives the real time analytics and coaching so that it can be improved as it goes along. Moving ahead to it, the workflow is divided into three key pillars. One is call execution, the conversation that we are going to do. And the third and the most important thing is the post call intelligence, in which the actions that needs to be performed once the call is completed, that all are also being automated. Nothing manual needs to be there. It's just the guardrails that needs to be taken care of. Now, to continue this, we would like to showcase you the platform first, and then we will be doing some live demos accordingly, so that you guys will be able. So if you see over here, this is a dashboard from one of our client. So you see they have 158 calls that are attempted, 144 calls that got connected, and they have a recovered revenue of $5,155 in just 15 completed cards. And it's a data of a week only. Now, to give you a quick understanding of the platform, these are the guardrails where we are having all the rule engines that we have defined. We have list of the runs that we have done, which have we have list of the abandoned cards, different call logs we have messages that we have shared to the customers, we have approval window as well where the approvals needs to be done. Then we have the settings where the complete configurations can be done easily on the basis of the use case, and then we can move it ahead with. To continue this, I would like to make some live interactions and make some live calls as well in the same. I will be making few calls to Marty to check what all are the quality of the voice that we have and everything. So Marty, there will be a call which is coming to you in few seconds.
Hello?
Hi, Martin. This is Sophie calling from finagems.myshopify.com. Just a quick heads up that this call may be recorded for quality and training purposes. I noticed you left a few items in your cart: a commercial bungee rebounder and an Ergo Ski 3.0 self-generating ski trainer. And I just wanted to check if you had any trouble or needed any help completing your purchase.
Thanks for calling. I did leave them in my cart. I wasn't sure I wanted to complete the purchase. I didn't have any trouble, but I did have questions.
I see. No problem at all. What questions did you have about the item? I'm
Well,
happy to help with whatever you need.
they're gifts for my daughter, who's moved away, and they're for her fitness. So, first question is, how difficult are they to set up for her?
That's a great question. The commercial bungee rebounder, it's designed to be very user-friendly and typically comes mostly assembled, so she should be able to get it ready quickly. The SSD 3.0 is also built for straightforward setup, but since it's a larger machine, it might take a little bit of time to get everything positioned correctly. Overall, both are made to be easy to use once they're set up.
That's good to know. Will they give her different options to work out?
Yes, definitely. The bungee rebounder is excellent for cardio and low-impact fitness, which is great for overall health. The ErgoSki 3.0 is a full-body trainer that works the legs, core, and upper body, and it can be used for different techniques like double pull or alternating arm movements. So between the two, she'll have a really nice variety of workout options.
How's the quality of the equipment?
The quality is excellent. Both items are commercial grade and built to last. The bungee rebounder has a specialized suspension system that absorbs impact and redistributes energy, making it very durable. The ErgoSki 3.0 is a robust, self-generating machine designed for strength and endurance training, so it's made to handle regular, intense use.
Okay, those are answers I couldn't find on my own, so I appreciate it. My last question is, I thought the price was a little high. I've tried to find competitive pricing, and I'm working on that now. Is there anything you can do about the prices?
I understand. Since you mentioned the price, I can actually offer you a discount. I can take $100 off your total right now, bringing it down to $2,098.
Well, okay. Well, then let's complete the purchase. That sounds great.
Great. I'm glad we could get that sorted for you today. If you need anything else, whether it's cardio equipment, dumbbells, or accessories, feel free to pop into your local store. The team there will look after you. Thanks for choosing us for fitness. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Sounds pretty good.
Perfect. This is done. So I will be just getting the next use case prepared, and then we
Sound
will do a call for that.
sound okay?
Perfect. So, guys, now that's the one use case that you guys have seen that is related to commerce. Now we are going to showcase you guys another use case, which I would not be explaining. I would like you guys to have a real experience on the same. So, Martin, you will be receiving one more call in next few seconds.
Hello?
Hello, this is Sophie from the medical support desk. Am I speaking with Martin?
Yes.
I know how hard it is to hear this from Martin. I know how hard it is to hear this from so far away. I am here and I'm going to make sure your parents are not alone in this. Tell me what you know so far.
Well, I'm very worried. I'm in Chicago, they're in India, and there's some type of medical emergency, and I don't know how to help them.
Martin, everything you are feeling right now makes complete sense. Being this far from your parents in a moment like this is one of the hardest things a person can go through. I am your presence in Bengaluru tonight. Let me tell you exactly what is happening right now. I am going to connect with your mother, Grace, right away to assess your father, Peter's condition and make sure he gets the right attention immediately.
I appreciate that. I know she's not sure what to do, and I feel helpless here. I know that he's feeling chest pains and having difficulty breathing, and she doesn't know what to do.
Martin, listen to me carefully. Chest pain and difficulty breathing are serious. I need you to stay on the line with me while I help Grace. If she is with you, or if you can conference her in, I need to speak with her immediately to assess if we need to call 112 for an ambulance right now. Can you connect me to her?
I can't, but I can relay a message. Can you tell me what to tell her?
Okay, Martin. I need you to tell Grace this exactly. Ask her, is Peter conscious and able to speak to you? Is the chest pain still there, and is he having any trouble breathing right now? Please tell me what she says immediately.
She says that he's conscious, but he's still having some chest pains and difficulty breathing.
Martin, listen carefully. Tell Grace to call 112 right now. Do not wait. Tell them the address is 14 Rose Garden Layout, Benson Town, Bengaluru. Stay on with them. I will call you back in 5 minutes, and I will update Martin immediately.
Okay, I just told her she's dialed 112. Emergency's on the way. Anything else I should tell her? What should she do to help him right now?
Tell Grace to keep Peter sitting upright, not lying down. Do not give him any food, water, or extra medication. Keep the front door unlocked so the ambulance team can enter quickly. Have her grab his Star Health insurance card and ID to take with her. You are doing the most important thing you can right now, Martin. Stay close to your phone.
Okay, I just told her all those things. Unlock the door, get the documents. Is there anything else she needs to do to prepare for them or to make my dad comfortable right now?
Just tell her to stay with him and keep him calm. Martin, I am going to try to reach Dr. Anita Rao at Manipal Hospital to brief her on the situation. I will update you every 10 minutes. Please keep your WhatsApp active in case the hospital needs to reach you for consent.
Wow, that's great. I forgot his doctor's name, and I didn't even think of their address right off the top of my head. This is really helpful. What else should I do?
You are doing great, Martin. The next step is to confirm the insurance details. The policy number is SH441892BLR. If the hospital calls you for payment authorization, you can send a WhatsApp message authorizing treatment. I will stay in touch with Grace and update you the moment I know more.
That's excellent. Okay, well, great. I've got that message to my mom, and I really appreciate all the details when I can't think straight. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Martin. I am right here with you. I will check in with you shortly to see how your father is doing. Please take a deep breath. You are handling this incredibly well.
Thank you very much. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Martin. I will be in touch very soon. Good.
Well,
Perfect.
my parents
So,
were in trouble in India. I feel good.
perfect. So, Marty, how you are feeling about it? Like all the different use cases were discussed on the call on the deck that we are presenting, and just going through the overall voice that we have. How you are feeling about the things, like whether if you are owning a business, or if you are in a actually in such situation, whether these type of bots will be able to help better. Because what I hear from the conversation is like the bot is having a humanly touch as well. They know the emotions. So what are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
I think, first of all, abandoned carts and seeing people leave merchandise behind, obviously, as a person who's been in business for a long time hurts my heart, and you never know exactly what happened. Knowing that I can follow up with them and the interaction is that seamless, it sounded like a real person. I knew that it probably wasn't, but it really helped me ask the questions, because if there's something stopping me from buying and I have to go do research, I might get pulled into someone else's queue and end up buying from somewhere else. I love that she closed that sale. And then obviously with people overseas, you're not thinking straight, you're panicked, you're working with someone who's in a difficult situation. I was so impressed with the detail that she had about, in that case, my father's medical background, and having all that detail, what to do, what advice there was, and most importantly, how to best handle the situation. And especially the advice to call emergency right away. That might not be as obvious as it seemed to be in that case. And again, it was clear. I understood her, and she was empathetic, which was really nice.
Perfect. That wrestling this all gives a good impression about that. Now, I guess we have covered lot of things related to this. As we have gone through the live demo, we have gone through it. I would like just the flow to be open for Q&As so that we will be able to hear from our audience better and understand their requirement well. So
Well,
open
that's
for.
great. We'll now move in the Q&A portion of today's session, and we've received several questions throughout the chat. So as we mentioned in the beginning, we'll try and address as many as possible in the time we have remaining. Naman, as promised, here are some questions for us, and I do want to offer that for anyone listening, those calls were not scripted in any way. I hope you could tell. I was given just a general scenario and told just expect a call. Those were genuine, and it was really remarkable how well AI guided me through those questions. So, Naman, the first question that came in is, in your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges organizations face today when managing customer interactions over the phone, like similar to what we demonstrated? And how can AI really help address them? And it sounds too good to be true. Can you kind of walk us through what they face and how we address it?
Sure, Martin. I would like to take the use case from the deck itself that we presented. That the biggest problem businesses are failing is around that they need the speed of the revert that the agents needs to do, while human agents are not able to meet up that particular pace. The queues are long, wait times are long for the customers, inconsistent services because every human have their own script and have different thought processes. So these are biggest pain points, which if I can point you specifically, like high call volumes, long wait times, inconsistent services, these are the top pain points that we have came from. Now, to answer your second question, which is how AI is revolutionizing this particular use case, I would just suggest like AI is handling repetitive queries instantly. That too on a scale of 24/7 because humans get tired, machines not. So now AI is just helping out the users in a 24/7 cycle, which in result has been very, very cost effective, and also it is very humanized that no one is able to understand like whether it is a AI or a human who is answering them, like it happened with you only.
Absolutely incredible. Another question we have is, what makes today's AI voice experiences different from traditional IVR systems? We've all dealt with IVR, we've implemented them, we've gone through a lot of pain. So how is AI different than just, an IVR I'm using right now?
Okay, so let's take a basic example. Whenever we as a customer are calling any of the IVR systems, what we first see, there is a rigid menu tree. Like if you want to talk in English, press 1. If you want to do so, press 2, else press 3. It's a complete tree that goes down till the time you actually got to the point where you want to be. It's a long tree which is rigid too. You cannot just bypass it. That's most annoying and the frustrating thing for a customer to go through, even in such situations like when the response is needed in a pretty quick fashion. Now, the AI word, where we are having like how AI is helping in that, AI understands the natural language. It adapts to the context. And also, by understanding the natural language and adapting to the context, it is able to take the user directly to the point where user wants to go, or it performs the direct action which needs to be done. Instead of user going through a rigid tree, user following unwanted steps which are not having any realistic impact. That's the key thing I would say is getting changed with the introduction of AI into the industry.
That's a major step forward. These are great questions. And I want to encourage our viewers, if you have additional questions, continue to put them in the chat, trying to keep up. And this is a good one. I'm curious, because I certainly don't know the answer to this. Which industry, based on your experience and what we know at Successive Digital, has really surprised you the most, Naman, in terms of the results they achieve with AI voice technology?
So, if you talk about industry, Martin, as we have seen in deck, AI is been in every industry. But as you asked, like which industry has surprised me the most, I would say healthcare. Taking the same example that we have gone through and we have done a live demo with you, think of it in a real world scenario. If actually a person sitting in US and their parents are in India, how mentally the person is under a state that I need to get them help. And at that particular point, if AI is giving that person a help which is to the point itself. Let's take a step back and relate it to the IVR use case. So if at this point you are in a mindset that you want the updates as quickly as possible, and then you need to go through that IVR rigid tree, how annoying that is going to be for that person. So for me, if you ask about the single industry to select, which is really hard for me, but I would still select healthcare. Patient engagement has gone through lot of things. It has been uh, outspoken. It has been like solved majority of the problems, like as we are seeing in the decks as well, like with the AI voice agent reminding the customer about the appointment show up ratio has increased a lot. So yeah, healthcare is the industry, and I also see that there is a lot can also be done, not just what we are here. So we will continue this innovation, and we will keep innovating for the new use cases around the industry too.
Excellent. Thank you for that. So I've heard this question a lot. This is a really great question. And I've heard it in different ways, but for organizations considering AI voice solutions, maybe working with us, when could they expect to see value from their investment? They're talking about budgets now, maybe even budgets for next year. There are companies who haven't even budgeted for AI implementation, or it's very new, or they're in year one. So based on what you see, I mean, how quickly will this create value?
So it when we talk about value, Marty, it typically depends on the goal that we are trying to achieve as an organization. So when I say goal, lot of organizations are doing like that the customer retention is their goal. So lot of organizations are doing like revenue recovery is their goal. So typically goal is the key what keeps the momentum going and keeps the value getting captured around it. Now, adopting AI into their daily routine works, daily routine use cases is something which is the need of the time, and the businesses will get start seeing value when they become familiar with the AI is not something which is to overtake humans or which is to replace humans. AI is something which is to help humans to get the work done in a more productive manner and also in a more organized manner. So I would say businesses to see the value outcome is alignment with the goal and getting more familiar with AI. Don't think AI is something which is going to disrupt the industry. AI is something which is going to excel the industry in a better way.
Excellent. Excellent. We have, just for the audience, we have about 5 minutes left and time for a couple questions. And I'm curious. Um, so I'm going to ask this question on behalf of a number of people I've talked to. What have you found are some of the misconceptions that businesses and business owners have implementing AI voice agents? What do they think they know, and they're surprised to find something very different?
For sure. So it is again a related one from the previous one, Marty, as we were discussing around. So as I was mentioning, like AI is not something. So the biggest challenge is like lot of business owners says like with AI is coming into the picture, we don't need human as a team, which is not correct. Plus, adopting AI in certain cases is also a become is also is becoming a challenge. Like if we adopt AI, it will disrupt all our existing data sets, all our legacy information that we are having. It will disrupt. The migration from legacy to AI is something very big activity that we need to do, and it will need a complete revamp. That's the biggest misconception I think is there in the market, which is actually not. You can implement AI onto a smallest chunk as well to start with. It does not require a complete overhaul to be done in a single go. We can start a small, integrate with the existing system, and we can scale it incrementally. AI has a lot of power. AI is not I always says this, like AI is not something which can change your ways of working. AI is something which can make you more smarter. That's why we say Kagan voice as an intelligent voicing agent, not a agent which is just making the call. So to answer it, biggest misconception is like to having a fear of starting with AI, that it needs lot of background work to do. We can start as small as we think of.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I was part of a sales call yesterday with a customer, and their questions were about, well, how narrowly they had a very narrow application that they were interested in solving with our services. And every time they narrowed it down, we're like, yes, we can do that. Yes, that's a great place to start. And it wasn't even an entire system, but rather a very important and cumbersome part of that system. And obviously questions about integration. So I love what you just said. Um, so when does an AI voice agent need to be turned over to a human person? That I think there's a lot of questions, and there's certainly one that just came in that said, like, when do we turn it over? When does AI stop dealing with the customer and it's time to say, let me get you someone to help?
So it's typically there are two, three matrices, Martin, that we follow, or as I was mentioning during the deck as well, that there are proper guardrails for AI. So to answer it, talking in terms of the system that we have built, I can give you three key pillars on the basis of which this particular decision is taken. First thing is like if customer is experiencing a frustration, because AI is the information that AI has, and if customer is asking anything which is not AI can support, AI will try to solve that particular problem. And if we do not do a handoff, AI will start repeating itself, which frustrates the customer. That's the
Right.
first thing. Second and the foremost thing is about when AI is reaching, and AI knows that the query exceeds the AI threshold that is there, the AI confidence threshold that we are having, the query is exceeding that. So AI should also know their capability better, like where I need to stop and transfer it to a human agent or a human handoff is done. And the third key pillar that we have thought of is like where the situation needs empathy more than the experience that AI is having, because experience is something which comes from the execution and the data, but empathy is something which is humanly. So these are the three key parameters on the basis of which we decide that when the human handoff should be done. And as these are the configurable rules, as per the business goals, these can be configured accordingly.
Excellent. That's great. I love the three pillars. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. This is our last question. We have about a minute or two left. I'm going to ask you to do a prediction. If you look ahead, we've talked about Kagan Voice specifically on this webinar. What role do you think voice specifically will play in the broader AI powered customer ecosystem?
It's a great question, Marty. And as you said, like it is the last day of questions, so I would just take a pause and I will simply say it like voice will become the connective tissue of AI powered CX. And when I say voice will become a connective tissue of AI powered CX, is it is going to be the future thing without which the AI industry for voices will not be able to survive. Sorry, the industry of voice will not be able to survive without AI. I will tell you why I say that. Because to keep up with the pace, the all thing comes is like how quickly we are responding to the queries that we have. What is the pace that we are keeping up with the leads that we are getting? Because industries or the market is moving very fast. We need to keep up the pace. We need to work 24/7, and that as a human thing, humanly it is impossible, as we have discussed this previously as well. So AI is going to be that connective issue for the customer experience. Without that, it will suffer a lot. The most natural, frictionless layer bridging digital, physical, and emotional customer touchpoints are the key areas where AI is going to perform and take it to the next level. So, to answer your question, that is going to be the future. It needs to be implemented at every touch point. It needs to be there. It needs to humanize, because to keep up the pace, which is humanly impossible, and if we are going to run in a 24/7 shifts, that is going to be very much cost as well. But AI is going to be the next voice tsunami into the market.
Fantastic. Well, as we conclude today's webinar, I really want to thank you, Naman, for sharing your expertise and really giving us a demonstration of what's possible with AI-powered voice automation. I want to thank everyone who joined us today and spent time with us. Thank you. I know your time is valuable, and I hope that what you heard from Naman and we shared on this webinar was valuable to you, and how organizations can leverage AI voice agents to create intelligent, responsive, and scalable customer experiences, as Naman just said. If you'd like to learn more about Kagan Voice or discuss specific use cases for your business, we would be happy to continue the conversation. Thank you once again. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Martin.
Bye now.